Hey guys, this is Comics G-Man. I just finished My Adventures of Superman Season 3, Episode 6, and we're going to talk about what I think about it. Was it good or bad? Find out and stay tuned. Alright guys, so I'm up a bit late tonight. I did a lot of videos in one day after work. Can't sleep. And I also decided to finally watch the newest episode that I missed on Sunday. And did I miss a lot? I didn't miss a goddamn thing. Okay? This was like a freaking bad filler episode. Not even a good filler episode. Not even like the Bount arc in Bleach. Okay? This was a bad filler episode. So we're seeing the after effects of Clark living without his Superman powers. They're having they were invited to a gala because Lois and Jimmy, they were nominated as reporters, not Clark. Superman and Supergirl were nominated, but not Clark, so Clark is out of that. And it's just you know what I noticed about this episode? The animation has taken a nosedive. It looks awful. It moves awful, plays awful. It's not funny at all. And it's still doing this whole bullshit with Jimmy and Kara playing footsies and playing these stupid games with each other. Jimmy brings a date to the gala to make Kara jealous. Kara comes in with a little class. She comes in with style. Let me get that shot here. Here she is. She comes in all dressed up. The one thing I am a little confused about, which they don't cover, is why is Kara like just casually walking around as Supergirl and not like having another persona? You know, like Clark is Clark and then he has to be Superman, but nobody's supposed to know. Why is she just floating down into the gala in public for everyone to see in a dress? I can't even get a full shot of it here. If you watch the whole episode, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm trying to get a shot of her. I mean, she looks great, don't get me wrong. She looks fine. Very classy girl in this, right? But it just doesn't make sense. Why is she walking around like this and not, protecting her identity? Because people could figure out now that she's connected to Clark somehow. I don't know. I mean, she doesn't change a single thing about herself. Her hair is the same. I know you're going to say, oh, but it's so goofy. Clark just puts on glasses. Yeah, so I'm saying she shouldn't be floating around in casual style as Supergirl. Like, if she came to visit the gala as Supergirl, be dressed as Supergirl. Otherwise, she should have just came in as Kara Zor-El. Or, Linda Danvers, come up with a personality. But no, they're not doing that. And it's very weird. Very weird. But yeah, they're just hamming it up with Jimmy and Kara and all that bullshit still. It's kind of boring now. Luckily, the episode ends with Jimmy finally saying out loud, I love Kara, and she hears him talking to like this villain. But she's annoyed at Jimmy for playing all these games and stuff. And there's really nothing here. There's nothing that really happens throughout this episode. It's just like Ghibli, and I say Ghibli like the anime, Ghibli goofiness. Oh, look at how anime we are. Like, there's not much you could really get from this episode. This villainness comes in. She turns everybody into animals with gas. Jimmy turns into a little turtle at one point. And then he uses his boyish charm to trick her into sucking in the gas. And turning into a little fox anime thing. Totally fucking random. Totally fucking what? Like, this was nothing. This was nothing like Banshee, Livewire, and the cool villains from Season 1, how they handle the villains in Season 1. Like, this is, so stupid. It's so stupid. And again, the animation has taken a big nosedive. I mean, it looks awful. It looks awful. I don't know. I don't know what happened here. They definitely did some budget cuts or something to this show. I don't know what they did, but it looks terrible. So yeah, there's a part where these goons for the villainous, they're like trudging through the museum and they're trying to kill Clark and the kids that he's trying to protect and Lois, and they're getting chased by one who turned into a fucking alligator, no joke. And Lois saves the day by breaking the vent and, saving the kids. Clark gets shot through the arm and feels it because he doesn't have his powers anymore. Um, I mean, this is it, guys. This is it. Bizarro shows up a little bit, like for 5 seconds. He saves the day a little bit. He helps out, but nobody sees him do it. This the villainess in her anime fox form, like trying to seduce Jimmy again. But this is when Jimmy's like, no, I love Kara. And then Kara's like, oh, Jimmy, you dick. You've been playing all these games and I wanted you this whole time. Why didn't you just blah, blah, blah. At least they're finally finishing that bullshit. And then at the end, when Lois is talking to Clark. Clark is saying, I'm not Superman anymore. I'm just Clark. And Lois is like, well, you can't do, she's trying to like console him about losing his powers and stuff. And he's saying, what am I supposed to be now? And then, oh, plot twist. They get sucked up into the ground by some portal that has like the Brainiac symbol. And it's obviously not Brainiac. It's Lex Luthor Brainiac from the future. So that means we're going to see John. I hope. But yeah, dude, that's just an overall, like, lazy-ass breakdown of this lazy-ass episode 6, Party Animals. This show has taken such a nosedive. It's so bad. It's so bad. And, I know people don't talk about this, but this was actually a really good show. Superman the Animated Series, not 1994, 1996 to 2000. Now, I know a lot of people probably didn't like it as much as the Batman series, but I liked this a lot. This was a consistent, good show. And it had a consistent aesthetic that stayed true to the core of Superman and his villains and his rogues gallery. I think it's an excellent TV show. So this is the kind of stuff we used to get. Now we get Ghibli wannabes making anime Superman. Am I even saying that right? Ghibli, that anime that, the ones who made Spirited Away, right? What was that? Spirited Away. That like all the college girls and stuff are obsessed with Ghibli animation. And yeah, fine, the animation's great, but does it fit Superman? I mean, it was great for season 1 and 2, but I think it's overstaying its welcome. If anything, this kind of animation, this kind of style fits Superman. I think it was great. I fucking love this show. I watched it again, like the same time I was binge watching again the original X-Men 90s TV show a couple years ago. I was watching this alongside it, and I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved this show. I can't say the same for My Adventures of Superman anymore. Season 3 is just bad, and it's just starting to show that this anime concept, it's not going far. It's not good. It's starting to show the cracks. It was nice for season 1 and 2. I thought it would be a lot better season 3, but the cracks are starting to show. It's just not as good as this. It's not as good as this TV show from the 90s, 97, 96 to 2000. Brilliant show. I hate to keep repeating it, but it's true. And I know, and I think I'm correct in my instincts, because remember the last video I made going over the news feed of My Adventures of Superman, and I was pointing out like the media is really like pumping out like how great episode 5 was, how great My Adventures of Superman is. It was all fucking fluff, because guess what? If you look up news for My Adventures of Superman now, this is all you get. 10 days ago, 3 days ago, 10 days ago, 13 days ago, 3 days ago, which is just nothing. And that's the same one at the one at the top. 29 minutes ago, and that's not even about My Adventures of Superman. No one is writing about My Adventures of Superman. The only thing you could find is this stupid article about Jack Quaid breaking down that devastating 5th episode, right? I remember before season 3 came out, Jack Quaid in an article said, This is the best season we've ever made. This is by far the best season we've ever made." Something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but I'm pretty sure Jack Quaid hyped it up for that. This is the worst season. It's terrible. Terrible. And you can know more of my reasons why I think it's terrible in my wasted potential video. I talked about episode 5 is an example of wasted potential. I highly recommend you go back and watch that video. I think it's very important because episode 5 was a pretty big episode in all the worst ways. And I think they're going to try to bring... They got to bring John back at this point, because we're going to see what happened to him in the future in episode 8, the next episode 7. But the build-up is not there. The build-up is not there. Everything has been rushed. Everything is like a slideshow, like what they did with episode 5. Instead of building up John's story, which I think is a great story, how he was raised by Supergirl because Clark and Lois were killed in his world, instead of like developing that and showing it like and as an actual like couple episodes, which would have been really fucking damn cool, it was just like a 10-second slideshow presentation. And that's that. And they're expecting you to be like, "Oh man, this is art, this is genius, this is wow, revolutionary Superman stuff here." No. This sucks. Tell me otherwise. Tell me this latest episode, Party Animals, was great. Tell me it was the best thing ever. Tell me. Go ahead. Tell me to my face that this is the best season that they ever made. I'm waiting. Oh, I'm sure there'll be a few of you to be like, "Oh, this is the best season. You're a hater. You don't like it." Whatever. But to me, the quality of season 2 was paramount. Peak. Season 1, 95% at least for me. Season 2, 100%. Season 3, 5%. It is not even... All cylinders are not rolling here, dude. The starship is not going into hyperdrive here, okay? It's just not going forward. Like, the starship is stuck in space, and we got some Klingons ready to take us out. We've got Q coming in, trying to play some dimensional games with us because he's so fucking bored watching My Adventures of Superman. Yeah, that's right. I'm making Star Trek The Next Generation references. Fuck yes. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? Oh, you want Star Trek 1960s references? Sure, but I'm doing Next Generation tonight. That's just what I feel like doing. But yeah, dude, My Adventures is fucked. And it shows in the newsfeed. Nobody's talking about it. They know they fluffed episode 5 up, and they know they screwed this show up big time. It sucks. You know, if it's a great season, you don't have to say it. You don't have to go out on an article and sell it to the people that this is the best season we've ever made, Jack Quaid. Because all you have to do is let it speak for itself. But they knew ahead of time that this is not the same quality as seasons 1 and 2. So they need to do damage control. They need to go out there and sell it, fluff it up so people kind of buy into it. You know the marketing gimmicks, guys. You're smart. My audience is smart. You guys know how all this bullshit operates. Season 1 and 2 didn't have the same kind of bullshit because it was just good. It was just something different. But this is bad. This is slop. This is I hate to use that word. It's overused, but it's just lazy. Season 3 is just lazy. That's just how I feel. Alright guys, so I think I said enough about this. I criticized this enough. I hope the next episode, if they bring back John, it'll be improved, because I like John a lot. I thought John was good in episode 4. They fucked him up in 5 because they just rushed his entire story. But you get what I'm saying. We'll see what they do in 7, but I don't have high expectations because this show has just been it has nosedived big time. Alright guys, let me know in the comments what you think about this. Do you like it or do you not like it? You agree with me? Disagree with me? Let me know in the comments, and have a good rest of your night. Like and subscribe.